Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. We hope we can say a good evening to all of you today because decades of terror, you have seen one crushing retaliation. I'm Deepti Sachdeva and you're watching Newsnight. Remember Operation Sindoor, that is India's boldest strike so far, right deep inside Pakistan. The heartland of Pakistan hitting the Punjab province for the very first time since the year 1971. What happened is that in just 25 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, India has obliterated 9 terror hubs. And if you're wondering who really were these 9 terror hubs connected to, look at all these images, all these 3 figures right now on your screen. Whether it is the Lashkar-e-Toiba, whether it is the Jaish-e-Mohammed or the Hizbul Mujahideen. From Bahawalpur's JEM stronghold to LET's 200-acre Muridke fortress near Lahore, that is also spanning a good 970 kilometers across Pakistan and POK. That is the range of that precision strike by India. And that precision blitz has surpassed what happened in 2016. Remember, post the Uri strikes that we have seen and the 2019 Pulwama strikes. Prime Minister Modi, who's been overseeing the entire operation, did deliver a stark warning. He's spoken about it multiple times right now, and he has made it one, resolve very clear. That is, we are unbreakable. And no terrorist, and read my lips, will escape justice. This is India's new normal, and this is exactly how justice is going to be served. Operation Sindoor, we've seen decades of attack, one revenge. That is our focus on Newsnight. Let's say good evening to our panel of guests before I get you our straight questions like we always do on our show to help you understand what really could be the issues that we should focus on, as you will see a lot of this conversation finally settling down to get you the bigger news points. It's a pleasure to be joined by Major General Yashmore, who's a defense analyst on the broadcast. Achal Kumar Malhotra is a former ambassador, also the former deputy permanent representative of India to the UN. Sir, thank you also for your time. Also, SP Ved is a former DGP of Jammu and Kashmir. And I think, every time we've spoken to SP Ved, he will tell you that something like this was required, it was coming. So, Ved, sir, we'll find out whether, you believe this is just chapter 1. And we'll be looking at a lot more happening in the next few days to the next few months. And also a pleasure to have the lady, Captain Shweta Mishra, an ex-army officer on the broadcast. She also, remember, has served during the Kargil War and Operation Parakram. So without wasting time, let's quickly get our straight questions and then we'll get our panel of guests to look at those straight questions and help us find answers to what possibly could happen. The first straight question reads on your screen right now. End of the Pak terror outfits like the JM and the LET. Are we really there, or there is still more time till we achieve that? India has made it very clear our intentions are there to strike at the hub of terror. What about Masood Azhar? What about Hafiz Saeed? Are they going to be next? This brings us to our third straight question now. That's going to go up on your screens, and that reads, is this, ladies and gentlemen, the clearest message for Pakistan yet? The clearest message, because we've gone deep inside Pakistan this time. We haven't just gone into the POK, we haven't just gone into Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, we have gone to the Punjab province, and that is the message. The fourth straight question, is this a curtain raiser of Narendra Modi's resolve, who had said we'll go to, any length and the end of the earth to ensure that there is justice served? Has that already happened? Is there more to come? This brings us to our final straight question now, that's also up on your screen. Pakistan is isolated, and that is no surprise. But now Pakistan's bluff is getting called out. What are the options? Is it already running out of options? Let's take Captain Shweta Mishra first before I get in the other gentlemen on the show. Captain Shweta, whatever's happened in the last few hours, how significant is this?
It is a brilliant day. I would agree that I would submit that the news that has been trickling in since we got up in the morning, Operation Sindoor, from the word that was chosen, the word Sindoor by itself is such a strong symbolic word, a tribute to all those widows who had been crying for last 14 days. And then came the media briefing when the two lady officers were standing there and briefing the entire world about what exactly has transpired in the form of Operation Sindoor. What a brilliant messaging by Modi government by presenting the Nari Shakti to represent the country, to represent the forces. So I am absolutely delighted to see the news that has come in since morning, and it is absolutely significant for one and all, because it is not just everyone wants a no terror world.
Oh, yes.
So what has happened now is attack on terrorism. People might be giving countries might be giving their very calibrated or politically correct statements, but everyone wants a peaceful world, and this has been at least not been criticized by anyone and accepted by anyone. So absolutely a significant day, I would say. History in making is what we are witnessing now.
Okay, you're saying history is being witnessed, and I think you're fairly right. And this is, I think, what people of the country today also feel. And forget just the country, the world across today has realized that something like this was the need of the hour. Major General Yashmore, why don't you push this point a little further, as we'll also get in images of the three men that are India's most wanted. You know, when it comes to the Jaish-e-Mohammed, when it comes to the Hizbul Mujahideen, when it comes to the Lashkar-e-Toiba, the very fact that we have hit the fountainhead of terror, does that change the entire game this time for Pakistan?
Firstly, Deepti, thank you very much for inviting me to your show. And today has been a very, very historic day in history of India, and also history of counter-terrorist operations that we have been waging for last 3.5 decades. The manner in which this operation was executed, the planning, the synergy between the forces, the synergy whole of nation approach, and comprehensive national power that was brought to bear on Pakistan was visible to everyone. The manner in which it was planned, the code name given, everything was really hats off to the people who were involved in planning. The CDS with the three services, the Raksha Mantri, and of course the Prime Minister and his cabinet, and everyone has been involved in this. Nobody expected this to happen after midnight on this morning, because we were all made to believe there are mock drills. So people are thinking, abhi Hindustan mein log ek do din mock drill karenge, then there'll be victory parade in Russia, and after that probably the punishment or the kinetic measures will come in. But we shocked everyone by doing it at between around 1:30, 1:40 in the morning today. And the manner in which the target selected, especially Muridke, Bhavalpur, Kotli, I've served in these areas, we used to see them across. We know these launch pads for many, many years. Some of them are gateways to for these terrorist jihadis to come inside, or training, and also it's been very well done. Now, coming to a question whether Jaish, Lashkar or HM, all three have been in existence for very, very long time.
Yes.
And this does send a signal, but this is just phase one. Phase one of a proactive strategy, what I call hit hard. We have done it, and we will have to continue hitting hard, because this is not going to stop here. This is not going to stop here, and more will come as and when Pakistan reacts. So I'm sure our policy planners have got everything worked out. All the enemy courses of action have been thought of, and we are ready for the second phase in this escalatory ladder. But fantastic work, great work done by our forces, the diplomatic community, and of course the political leadership of the nation.
Oh yes, General, I think you make a fantastic point, because a lot of people that we've spoken to here on the course of this entire day will tell you, SP Ved, and I think you would also agree that this is just chapter one. Because with the resolve that India has taken this time around, the fact that there is, that urgency to act against terror, because clearly we don't have any more time to lose. Now, when it came to Uri, when it came to Pulwama, we've seen India venturing into the POK, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, but this time it is the heartland. How does that change the things now for Pakistan? Do you think Pakistan ever can retaliate to this?
Good evening, Shweta ji, and your eminent panel with me here. Excellent beginning. I would say today was a great day, and what a morning to get up with this news. Such a synergy, such a precision demonstrated by our tri-services, defense services. I think the promise which Prime Minister had made to the countrymen was delivered today. See, these schools we have been facing for last more than 3 decades. I remember since young days of 1990s, all these the three phases you are showing. Uh, Most significant is the terror we have inflicted in their mind. They will be shit scared of coming out of their campuses, whether it is Hafiz Sayyid, whether Azhar Masood, or Sayyid Salahuddin. This fear factor will be great, I think, achievement for India. Already unknown gunmen are hitting them. The way TTP and BLA is hitting them.
Correct.
Now, this precision strike by India today actually demonstrates not only to Pakistan, the whole world, what new India is and what our armed forces can do and hit deep inside Pakistan. This is first time in Punjab, the heart of Pakistan,
Yes.
100 kilometers away from the border. You go and hit Bahawalpur. It was unthought of. They never thought that we can hit them in this manner. In fact, many people are feeling restless.
Oh, yes.
That it is now 12 days, 13 days since Pulwama. Let me share with your viewers. Lot of painstaking work takes place. You saw how Prime Minister was holding meetings with CDS, with NSA, with all the three service chiefs, defense minister, everyone concerned. But you need a precise intelligence. They were actually shifting from one camp to the other. The Pakistan Army and ISI was actually shifting all these terrorists and hiding them in different places. So you needed a precise intelligence and hit them at a right appropriate time. I think a lot of credit should, apart from obviously the three armed forces of India
Yes.
have executed it, but a lot of behind the back, a lot of work about the precise intelligence. Credit goes to intelligence services also.
Absolutely. And SP Vedsa, if I could use this opportunity before I get Achal Kumar into this conversation, is to put out a map. Because this map will help viewers understand the scale of what we are talking of. Remember, what you see on your screens coming one by one are just the many terror camps that you have seen obliterated when it comes to Pakistan. So the next time around, Pakistan will go to the world and say, oh, listen, there are no terrorists here. We are ourselves a victim of terror. Perhaps, we must look at this. And that is what will put Pakistan to shame. And for the very first time, what has also happened, and I think Captain Shweta SP Ved and Major General Yashmore would also agree, as I get in Achal Kumar now into this conversation, is that India has put out the proof. A lot of people have been asking, where is the proof? So we have put out the proof before and after. This will tell you that the camp existed and the camp today has been reduced to a debris. Now, Achal Kumarji, when you see a move as strong, as audacious as what India has done, do you think right now the world needs to get together, not give absolutely any leeway to Pakistan anymore?
Well, Shweta, good evening to you and my excellent panelists. I have heard them with great interest. Well, couple of things. First of all, I mean, this is, as far as Pakistan is concerned, its credentials, the bad credentials. The entire world knows that it's the fountainhead of terrorism. It's a terrorism factory. We have exposed them to the extent that we have hit certain targets and they are not in a position to deny. Unlike in Balakot and all that, they had tried to get into the denial mode and said nothing was targeted, there were no terrorist camps and all that. To that extent, yes. Now, coming to the international community, you see, there is a awareness, not now, it has been there for quite some time, that whenever a big act of terrorism takes place anywhere in the world, most often that it can be traced to Pakistan. And the Pakistan Defense Minister has himself admitted that they are great masters in this game. For decades, they had been training terrorists on behalf of the Western countries. Of course, he qualified without admitting that they were getting billions of dollars, and much of which was siphoned off. So now, where do we stand today? International community, we have mobilized opinion against terrorism. We have created an environment when at every international conference, every international, bilateral, multilateral fora, whenever there is a statement, joint statement, invariably there is a reference to terrorism and determination to fight it out in all its forms and manifestations. But when it comes to the ground realities, everybody gets into the mode of good terrorists and bad terrorists. I don't think we have reached a situation when there would be joint, collaborated, concerted, operations against terrorist camps in Pakistan or elsewhere. The best we can hope and expect is intelligence sharing, real-time intelligence sharing, which is quite useful in its own way. This is our own fight. We have to fight it alone. Having international opinion, international sympathy and support on our side is a bonus. And that's the reason, we have been doing, presenting our case, sharing our, experience with the global players, that we have been briefing them. We briefed them before the operations. We are briefing them after the operations.
Okay.
At the end of the day, today what happened must be, obviously, we have to applaud it. The political will and determination of our government on the one hand, and the execution by our armed forces supported by the intelligence agencies. But to think that we have eliminated the root cause of terrorism would be a little too much.
Okay,
it's a good beginning. We have to maintain the momentum.
Perhaps we need a harsher action, and then you also need a follow-up. And I think that's the point that a lot of you, have made. And let's push that point now into the second round of conversation as we also look at what should happen in the next few days. We cannot just give up. The fact that you have picked up these terror camps, you've obliterated these terror camps is still not good enough. Now, Captain Shweta, with all the experience and all the wisdom at your might, what do you think are the three things we continuously need to do if you need to deal with Pakistan and the rogue state?
Deepti, what we are seeing in Operation Sindoor now is a stark evolution, strategic evolution of our perspective towards cross-border terrorism. What we had seen during Uri was only ground attack. It was a surgical strike, only army attacking. That was in 2016. In 2019, what we saw was Balakot, which was only aerial engagement. This is for the first time. After 1971, it is for the first time the scale and depth with which Indian defense forces have acted against terrorism. And the advantage for it is, what we are seeing now is the jointedness of Indian Army and Indian Air Force. So now that we are approaching terrorism with such jointedness, with such synergy, coming times we will obviously see better off and more precision attacks. This time it was very clear. Look at the choice of weaponry which was there. Look at the assurance that there is no collateral damage. Only the targeted terrorist camps were destroyed. Look at the messaging that we have attacked only terrorists and we are not wanting to escalate. This is a de-escalatory measure. So we have made very clear that we are attacking only terrorists. We are attacking terrorists with the jointedness of Army and Air Force, and in coming times, God willing, Navy as well. And certainly, terrorism, what we have attacked is only the headquarters or the major infrastructures of terrorists, but certainly terrorism is not gone. Aapne beehive have honeybee you have destroyed the beehive, but the honeybees have flown left and right. So they have to be addressed as well. They will be gathering somewhere and you have to address them in coming times. So probably more such attacks will be there. But yes, the precision, the will to eliminate terrorism is brilliant, and that messaging has gone very well not just to the countrymen, but to the world across, that there is a zero tolerance approach towards terrorism.
Oh, yes. And is this also a curtain raiser, Major General Yash Moore, of the things to come?
Yeah, absolutely, Deepti. In fact, what we need to do by this brilliant action last night, what we have done is we have hit the minds of the Pakistan military leadership. Finally, in whether it was 71 or other operations we have done, or Obmekdo, Siachen, we have to attack the enemy's mind and cause psychological and mental paralysis. I think that is what has happened. They didn't expect India to do this tri-service operation in this manner, this magnitude, hitting the heart of Pakistan, that especially Bharpur, Muridke. Muridke is very, very famous for Lashkar-e-Toiba. It is you can say, a pilgrimage center for Lashkar terrorists. And we have hit that so close to Amritsar and so close to Lahore. So messaging is very clear. But now we in the next phase, we have to convey the message that it is the Pakistan military, the ISI, they are the rogue elements. They are the ones who have been training, harboring, and doing this entire thing of. There are other terror organizations which are anti-Pakistan military, but especially Lashkar, Jaish, HM is down and out, not that much visible these days, but or TRF, which is an offshoot of Lashkar-e-Toiba now, they are all totally in sync or with the ISI. So the dirty tricks department of ISI, the deep state, the establishment that is the Pakistan army, which is taking their nation down, they have to be exposed. And people like Asim Munir, the chief of Pakistan army, the chief of ISI, they have to be designated as people who support terror. I think we must impress upon US and other world powers, the P5, to come out and start targeting the Pakistan military. Because the epicenter of terrorism that we call now, it's a cliched word, but it's so true. Started in 70s, and it has continued after that. So the world powers at large, India with, now good we are talking to Taliban, Iran on the other side, and other major powers. I think we need to isolate the Pakistan military, need to attack the Pakistan military mind and tell the people of Pakistan and the world community at large that whatever you suffer damage at Indian hands, it is because of the high-headedness of your military.
Okay, so I just have the last minute. Yes, I just have the last minute, and I want to give 30 seconds to both SP Ved and Achal Kumar Malhotra before we wrap this conversation. SP Ved, what should be done? What should India be doing next?
I think definitely this is a very good operation. We have to do everything to sustain the momentum, and our objectives are larger, which is we have to hit the root cause. We have to isolate, mobilize international opinion against Pakistan. We have to try to weaken it to the extent possible, even if we have to, enroll the support of Balochistan National Army. We should not be hesitant to do that. We should continue to target the high-profile targets, and we should not wait for any other attack to come to, exercise our right to defend, our right to respond. Without waiting for any further terror attack. We should continue to target the high-profile targets in all these top leaders.
All right. And weaken Pakistan. I'm running out of time. SP Ved, last 30 seconds to you.
Deepti, number one, more as General Saab was saying, more dangerous than these terrorists is a Pakistan ISI, Pakistan Army. Today, their pride has been hurt, but we must continue to hurt Pakistan deep state, that is Pakistan Army and ISI.
Yes.
Number two, we need to back up all separatist movements in Balochistan. BLA and TTP are hitting them much more. Let Pakistan vulcanize on its own.
Oh, yes.
And number three, promote steps to integrate POK and take back POK, which is our original part.
Who knows? All this could be happening in the next few, weeks to days, and we all could, just be talking about it again. Captain Shweta and all gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Let's also get you News Night's parting shot now. Now, Operation Sindoor, ladies and gentlemen, has left Pakistan's terror network completely in shambles, and its options are dwindling. India's precision strikes have drawn a line that you act now or you face annihilation, complete destruction. With Prime Minister Modi's resolve unyielding, India stands ready to go to any length to eradicate terror. leaving Pakistan with nowhere to hide and no excuses left whatsoever. Thank you for watching. We continue to keep you on top of that story. Good night.